聡子のおじが帰ってきたって話は聞いてますか？
Takano-san, who had been enjoying a few words of Tomitake-san, was caught unawares by my sudden inquiry.
あ、ごめんなさい。今なんて？
いえ、聡子の両親がたたり殺されて、おば
Oh.
もたたり殺され
Oh, I
て、
see what Keiichi's thinking here.
だったら順番的には次はおじの番かなって思ったんです。去年のたたりでおばが無残な死に方をし、それに恐れをなして町に逃げていたやつですよ。お社様は確か村を捨てて逃げ出そうとするのは許さなかったですよね。
I hadn't intended to be quite this persistent. But those words, they just flowed out of my mouth without me thinking about it. Right. Oyashiro-sama's curse. I didn't believe in something so unrealistic, of course, but the fact was that every year, unfortunate accidents and incidents happened to the enemies of the village. Like Takano-san said just now, it happened 4 times. No one could say there wouldn't be a 5th.
ふーん、面白い説ね。確かに過去の犠牲者を見れば北条姓が多いのは事実。その延長として考えれば、今年は叔父が死ぬか消えるかする可能性は否めないわね。
もう高野さんは起こるかもしれない不幸を笑うのは良くないよ。
ごめんなさいね。でもお社様のたたりは私のライフワークだし。
Takano-san gave off a mysterious, somehow intellectual impression, and her life's work was mysterious in its own right. She probably really liked inexplicable supernatural phenomena, or something.
高野さんはお社様のたたりに詳しそうですね。どうでしょう、北条の帰ってきたおじがたたりに会う可能性は。
あら、何？そのおじさんを殺したくて仕方がないみたいね。
そんなんじゃないです。
どうだろうね。神様の気まぐれ次第だからね。
前原くん、サンタクロースの正体は知ってる？
Huh? I got a strange question all of a sudden, and I couldn't immediately answer.
なに？知らないの？
What are you doing?
パパよ。みんなの家のパパ。
なんだ、そういう意味ですか。そりゃそうですよ。どんなものの正体だって最終的には人間です。
That sounds familiar.
人間しかいない世界なんですから、すべての現象は人間で解明できるはずです。
I felt like I put that somewhat strangely. I know, right? But Takano-san was not as dissatisfied with that reply as I might have guessed.
あら、その年齢のうちからそれに気づけるなんてなかなかね。人間の世で起こる現象はすべて人間の都合で人間が起こす。
And that sounds oddly familiar as well.
では前原くん、もう一度尋ねるわよ。今度はサンタクロースじゃなくてお社様。お社様のたたりの正体は何かわかるかしら？
He's Santa Claus. Takano-san took a step towards me and gazed into my eyes, as she asked. Santa Claus was really the parents of every family's children. If lionizing that legend was a corporate tactic to try and profit during Christmas sales, then what was Oyashiro-sama anyway?
あら、あなたが言ったのよ。ここは人間しかいない世界だって。すべての現象は人間で解明できるって。
圭一君、 ここだけの話だよ。
Oh boy, yep, this is where we learn the things that are gonna make us die now.
高野さんはね、お社様のたたりをめぐる一連の連続開始事件をね、ひなみ沢の村人が何かの儀式に基づいて行っている人為的殺人事件でないかと見ているんだよ。
You don't say. Whoops. You do say
誤解
apparently.
しないでね。私はそれに至る教義や思想、文化を民族学的見地から研究することがライフワークなの。別に犯人が誰かなんてことには全く興味がないのよ。そこだけ勘違いしないでちょうだいね。
I could tell at least she was saying some crazy stuff. If I were to liken her statements to a meal, it would be sort of like she just tried to stuff a whole plate of duck in my mouth, and now I couldn't say anything.
そもそもそれを理解するためには、ひなみ沢村が鬼ヶ淵村と呼ばれていた古代にまで遡らなければならない。
I feel like I've learned about this too many times now.
鬼と血を交わらせたと信じる犯人犯鬼の仙人たちが。
Chikano-san, having entered her home field, leaned forward and began to speak of ridiculous matters. Tomitaki-san realized she was overawing me and interrupted for me.
高野さん、その話をいきなり圭一君にしても。ほら、彼も面食らってるよ。
あら、そう？続きに興味があったらいつでも言ってね。前原くんくらいの年頃の男の子が好きそうな。
Oh, that sounds lovely.
話がてんこ盛りなんだから。
ありがとうございます。気が向いたらそのうちに。
If I feel like it, ducks away. For now, I softly and safely gave my refusal. Takano-san seemed a little unhappy that Tomitaki-san had rained on her parade, but she stopped talking about it then. Even so, it was still a very interesting story. That Oyashiro-sama's curse, which we thought of as strange freak deaths, were really homicides, perpetrated by the people of the village.
まあ常識的に考えればそうですよね。たたりなんかで人が死ぬはずない。誰かがたたりになぞらえて殺してるに決まってます。
そうね。それが誰なのかは研究しない方が無難ね。
Maybe it's
高
the
野さん
uncle.
知ってそうですね。証拠はないまでも確信を持っているくらいには。
あら、どうしてそう思うのかしら。
I just kind of felt it vaguely. It didn't seem like her extreme passion for this research could be explained just by these things being taboo, or being safe and easy. This person loved walking through the profound, forbidden abyss of risks and taboos.
それくらいにしなよ、圭一君。せっかく助けてあげたのに、またお社様のたたりの話が始まっちゃうよ。涼しいうちに散策に行きたかったのにな。
Tomitaki-san seemed a little disappointed not to be able to go on the date he'd planned since he'd brought up the weird topic. But right now, there was something I wanted to ask, just for a little bit. And that was about whether Satoku's uncle would be chosen for the curse this year. If he was, then another miracle would happen, just like last year. A terrible incident would happen again, but it would release Satoko from her unfortunate circumstances once more.
まあ、もちろんおそらくあの辺りの人たちが関わってるんだろうなっていう憶測は持ってるわよ。鬼ヶ淵村の歴史を研究していれば自然と至る必然的結末。
それは誰です？
What would I do if I knew? I asked that question to the other me deep inside, but got no reply.
熱心ね。それを知ってどうするつもりかしら。
別に。
知ったらあなたにも危険が降りかかるかもしれないわよ。5年目のたたりはあなただったりして。
Chikano-san, toying with Taboo, gave a devilish satisfied smile, as though I clicked the wrong button. Nothing in the world would be more amusing. She was probably trying to tease me, but I didn't feel like going along with her little game one bit.
偉そうな能書きでもったいぶってますが、高野さんだってよくは分かってないみたいじゃないですか。
I had felt a tinge of irritation at Takano-san's roundabout way of speaking, but those emotions escaped my mouth, like water flowing through a strainer. Even I was surprised at how directly I had spoken out about what I felt. Of course, I wasn't the only one taken aback.
あら、言ってくれるわね。坊やなのに挑発までできるの？意外に野生的ね。嫌いじゃないわよ、そういうの。
Takano-san's tongue poked out of her mouth, and I was convinced that it was long and thin, and split in the middle like a snake's.
ならいいわ。教えてあげてもよくってよ。でも、教えてあげる前に3つ誓ってもらうわ。私が何を教えても後悔しない。
He's totally gonna regret this for like the rest of the story.
口外しない。
And he's probably gonna tell someone else.
私が言ったなんて絶対言わない。
And eventually, as he starts to feel worse and worse, he's eventually going to tell someone that it was Takano that said this. I gulped firmly and nodded. Tomitake-san made an exaggerated expression of distress, gave a dry, vague smile, and lit a cigarette.
教えてください。タタリを下しているのは誰です？タタる相手を選んでいるのは誰なんです？
What if all those business trips your parents keep taking? What if it's your parents? It could be. And after I said that, I finally realized why I wanted to know. Finish him. And we get told nothing. Many of my classmates were playing freely in the schoolyard. A few of them had just run out of the school building after putting on their shoes and tapping their toes to the ground. It looked like they had just finished eating lunch. From a time-manipulating standpoint, I guess I succeeded. 前原さん! 大丈夫なんですか? 大丈夫. A few girls noticed me and came running over. It was only natural they were worried. You'd think if someone wasn't there in the morning, they'd be out the rest of the day.
まあ、遅刻さ。気にしないでくれ。それより、聡子はどうだ？今日は来てるか？
The girls exchanged glances. I saw a thin shadow fall over their faces, and knew the answer without needing to hear them reply. Satoko was absent today too. When all was said and done, after being out 3 days, she'd only come back for 1. Now she was out again. Who knew if she would come tomorrow?
でも、聡子ちゃんから電話があったって先生言ってました。風邪って言ってたよね。みんな家に帰ったらうがいをちゃんとしましょうって先生言ってました。
Wait a minute. Chi-sensei? That's a little too thick-headed, don't you think? You're a teacher, aren't you? Why can't you be more sensitive and catch on to the fact that your pupil is sending out an SOS? But even if she did, there was nothing we could hope for. Unless, of course, all the adults who are waiting and seeing are waiting for the uncle to get offed. The most she could do was a home visitation. She didn't have any right to take Satoko from her uncle into safety. No matter the result, it would just end up like the public agencies, with a wait-and-see attitude. It would just annoy Satoko's uncle, and her suffering would only grow deeper. Then, wasn't saying she had a cold the best option?
そうだな。みんなも風邪に気をつけろよ。もう行っていいぜ。昼休みはまだ長いぞ。
The girls excitedly scattered into the schoolyard.
ケイイチくん
Rena was yelling out the classroom window, waving her hand. A moment later, Mion and Rika-chan poked their heads out too.
ケイイチまでお休みしましたから、とても心配しましたのですよ。でもよかった。顔色もそんなに悪くないし、とりあえ
Oh
ず
no, no, I'm just a delinquent. I felt a little uncomfortable with her saying that I didn't look sick, but I didn't care that much.
どうしたの？寝坊？
遅刻は遅刻だろ。それとも電車の事故で遅刻したとでも言えば許してくれるのか？
寝坊？
Mion was being a bit persistent. Was she going to put on her club president cap and scold me for being late? Well, maybe she didn't have it in for me, so I briefly stated that she was right.
まだね、お弁当あるよ。みんなで食べよう。やっぱりね、ケイイチくんがいないと盛り上がらないよね。
さとこは休みなんだな。
Even Rena, feigning cheerfulness, couldn't stand to hear that, and her face darkened.
朝、電話があったらしいよ。風がぶり返したから、また休むってさ。長引くかもしれないって言ってた。かわいそうなので、みんなでお見舞いに行こうという話が出ていますのですよ。
何言ってんだよ、リカちゃん。
Not pleased with Rika-chan wearing a wide smile as though it was a happy occasion. I threw cold water on her.
さとこが風邪なんかじゃないことは俺たちが一番知ってるだろ。
Like you physically threw cold water, or just like how you're reacting? I feel like it's more of a reaction.
たとえ冗談でも二度とそういう白々しいことを言うな。次は怒るからな。
Rika-chan furrowed her brow, looked down, and mumbled an apology.
ケイイチくんだけじゃないよ。みんな辛いよ。
俺だけが悩んでるなんて思ってない。でもみんな何もできないのは本当だろ。
それはそうだけど。でも
I got the feeling I would cause another fight if this exchange went on. So I apologized first.
ごめん、謝るから今の話は忘れてくれ。辛いのはみんなも同じだよな。ああ。
It was at least clear, however, that I was the only one who had worried so much about rescuing her. At the very least, everyone else probably got the normal amount of sleep last night. Probably had good dreams, too. They definitely hadn't stayed up all night, thinking so desperately.
登校してきていきなりこんなこと聞いて気を悪くするかもしれないけど、ケイちゃん今日遅刻したよね。さとこが今日欠席したこととは関係ある？
Yes, I was planning on kidnapping Satoko and hiding her in my closet.
は？ミオ、お前何の話してるんだ？
ケイちゃんはたまにちょっとつ盲信なところがあるからね。今朝さとこと一緒にケイちゃんも休んだ時、さとこを家から連れ出してどこかに隠れたんじゃないかって。
Who would do something like that, am I right? Easy for you to say. If I could have, I'd have done that last night. None of them had really thought about how difficult that clear as day solution was. Keiichi, you're an idiot. I was up thinking all night, thinking until the light was brightening, or night was brightening, and then I concluded that I couldn't do anything of the sort.
バカかお前。人間一人かくまうなんてできるもんかよ。
そうだね。ごめん。気を悪くしたなら謝るよ。
別にいいよ。それより飯にしようぜ。腹が減ってんだ。
I took my bento box out of my bag. Everyone moved to make a spot for me to sit.
前原くん、今来たんですか？
And just as I was about to stick my chopsticks in, Chi-sensei came along.
あ、 はい、遅刻してすみません。寝坊しまして。
What the heck? Even the teacher was giving me that strange look.
お弁当を食べたら、委員長と前原くんは職員室に
You're
来
in
てくだ
trouble
さい。
now. You're going to the principal's office.
ちょっとお話がありますので。
Probably about Satoko, I thought. Sensei left it at that and went back into the hallway.
弁当を食うまでもないだろう。行こうぜ、ミオ。
Oh no, I don't know, the lunch sounds delicious.
そうだね。
Mion and I exchanged looks, nodded to each other, and got up.
さとこちゃんの話だろうね。
Lunch doesn't need to wait. Let's do lunch first. No doubt about it. They were saying she had a cold, but everyone in class knew the truth. I didn't think that wouldn't have reached the teacher's ears by now.
僕がずっととぼけるので、僕に聞くのをやめたのでしょう。
Revealing the truth to the teacher would only worsen the situation. Was that why she hadn't said anything? Or was it because she was Satoko's friend and knew that she was trying to endure the trial of her uncle's abuse in order to get her brother to come home?
どうする？今のうちに私たちなりの統一見解を出した方がいいかもね。
リカちゃんはどうしたい？
Satoko's closest and best friend was Rika-chan. However much I pretended to be her Nini, it didn't come close to the amount of time they'd spent together. So I felt like her opinion should be held in the highest regard.
俺は、サトコがどうしておじにいじめられてるのを耐えてるか知ってる。
Everyone looked startled and turned to me.
昔のサトコはいじめられるときっと泣きながら兄の背中に隠れてた。でも結局そのせいで兄が逃げてしまったんだとサトコは思ってる。
誰に聞いたのかな。
監督か。
I nodded quietly.
サトコはおじのいじめに耐えれば兄が帰ってくると信じることによって今を。でもそんな思い込みとサトシが帰ってくるのは全く無関係なことだ。サトコには悪いがそれが現実だ。
Everyone hung their heads. Everyone was thinking the same thing.
サトコは多分誰の助けも喜ばない。自分一人の力で耐え忍びたいと思ってる。でもそれを尊重してやるのが果たして正しいだろうか。俺は思わない。一時サトコに恨まれることになろうとサトコの意志にかかわらず助けるべき時があると思う。俺はそれが今じゃないかと思ってる。
I told them all about what I saw and how I felt when I went to Satoku's house yesterday.
ケイチ君は話すべきだと思ってるってことだね。
もちろん公的機関への通報でサトコが保護されるのが確定してからだ。その確認のないうちはサトコをかえって危険にさらすこともありえるからな。
難しいね。先生との会話の中でその確約ってのが取れるわけ？
I had no confidence. But we had to try. Meanwhile, Rika-chan had her hand raised for a while, as if asking for an opportunity to speak.
ケイチに任せますです。
いいのかいリカちゃん。
ケイチはここにいる誰よりもサトコのことを考えていますです。そのケイチが話すべき時だと判断したなら僕は文句なんか言わないのですよ。
ありがとう。ミオンもレナもそれでいいか？
Mion seemed to hesitate, not knowing if she should agree. But when she saw Rina's firm nod, she made up her mind and did the same.
よし、行くぞ、ミオ。
うん。
Only Chi-sensei was in the teacher's lounge. We didn't see the principal anywhere. The schedule on the blackboard under the principal's name said training, going straight home. Our principal's sense of justice was too strong. Dang it. Satoku's problems wouldn't be solved with something so vague. Maybe it was a stroke of good luck that he wasn't here. When the teacher saw Mion and I come in, she closed up her curry bento, saving the rest for later.
そこへおかけなさい。
You're in deep trouble now, kids. She told us to take a seat in the chairs directly in front of the principal's seat. I hadn't sat in this chair since doing the paperwork for transferring in. The two of us sat there uncomfortably before the teacher walked over carrying a notebook and ballpoint pen and sat in front of us.
前原くん、今日は午前中お休みでしたけど、何かありましたか？
すみません、寝坊です。
本当に？
先生に嘘言っても。
She narrowed her eyes at me in suspicion. Now I was sure of it. She wanted to talk about Satoko.
まず、二人とも知ってると思いますけど、お友達の北条さんがここしばらくお休みしてますね。
Neither Mion nor I had anything to say in response. But the teacher proceeded, not minding.
何か知っていますか？クラスで良くない噂をしている人たちがいます。
Mion looked down and remained silent, as though she were being lectured. She sent me a quick glance. Everyone had made up their minds. They'd be leaving things to me.
委員長、前原くんも。先生は別に怒ってるんじゃありませんよ。
Just tell me or I'll beat you up.
もしも知っていたら教えてほしいと
But I
お
won't be
願い
mad.
しているだけです。
先生、先にこっちから質問してもいいですか？
She must not have anticipated that response. She looked surprised.
クラス中で聡子のどんな噂が飛び交ってるかは知りませんが、仮にその噂が真実だったとして、先生はどうするつもりですか？
どうするもこうするも、その話が本当なら放っておけません。
放っておけないって、具体的にはどう放っておけないんですか？
Sensei's eyebrows shot up. Maybe I said it like I was trying to pick a fight.
前原くん、先生は真面目にお話しして
What
るん
would
で
you
す。
do? Answer the
先
question.
生こそ、俺はすごく真面目な話をしているんです。まず答えてください。真実だったとしてどう放っておけないんです？
Sensei took a few breaths, then began to speak slowly.
まず状況を確かめるために北条さんの家を家庭訪問します。
おじに怒鳴りつけられて追い返されるかもしれませんね。まあいいや。仮におじと聡子に会えたとします。それで？
そして真意を聞きます。その事実が確認できたなら指導します。
Is it true that you're beating her?
指導って曖昧な言い方はやめてください。具体的には何をするんですか？
Even despite my tone being so provocative, Chi-sensei bit back her emotions and listened calmly. I thought then that she was a good teacher. Chi-sensei really did have her students' best interest at heart. But she didn't have the power or authority to save Satoko. If she let her sense of justice run away with her, the situation could get more complex. Sensei folded her arms, and for a few moments she closed her eyes as though mentally concentrating. And when they opened again, there was a strictness in her eyes I'd never seen before.
児童福祉法という法律があります。この法律で児童に対する虐待は 何人に対しても認められていないことが明記されています。
らしいですね。それで
沖宮の生活相談所へ通報します。さっき前原くんは追い返されると言いましたね。この相談所の職員は必要に応じて警察官を同行させることができます。恫喝には絶対に屈しません。
その福祉士というお役所の人は連絡して書類で申請して何日後に助けに来てくれるんです？
即日です。彼らの仕事は児童の安全を緊急に保護することですから。
知ってますよ。緊急性があると判断された場合ですよね。認められなかったら先生と同じ指導をして様子見をするんですよね。見てるだけ。聡子の叔父の機嫌を悪くして聡子をその場に残したまま、それっきり。
ケイちゃん、ちょっと言い過ぎ。
嘘はついてないだろ。去年だか一昨年だかに児童相談所が来た時がまさにそうだったんだろう。その結果どうなった？俺よりもミオンや先生の方がよっぽどよく知ってるだろうが。
I had said too much. I didn't need Mion to tell me that. I was talking crazy and itching for a fight. I was supposed to be telling her about the situation only after I was sure we could save Satoko. But I basically told her everything right from the start. Chi-sensei looked at the clock, stood up and picked up the phone at the principal's seat.
もしもし、内線の3455をお願いします。いいの？ケイちゃん、本当に大丈夫かな？
It was too late. The dice had been cast. Now we could only pray.
お世話になっております。ひなみ沢文庫教諭の千恵と申しますが、指導室の渡辺主事はいらっしゃいますでしょうか？はい、ええ。ちょっと急用がございまして、至急校長と連絡が取りたいのですが。はい、お願いします。緊急とお伝えください。よろしくお願いします。
The teacher put down the phone and tilted her head back and took a breath like I always did.
二人にもう一度だけ聞きます。クラスのみんなの噂は全て本当なんですね？
はい。俺は昨日聡子の家に行って実際にどういうことになっているのか見ました。
あとは先生に任せてください。聡子ちゃんはきっと先生が何とかします。
なんとか？いい加減なことを言わないでください。なんとかじゃない。絶対でなければならない。もしもまた様子見なんてことになったら、先生はどう責任を取るつもりですか？
We're gonna sick Oyashiro-sama on him. While I was yelling, the phone rang. Chi-sensei snatched the receiver at first.
もしもし。研修中申し訳ありません。はい、実は例の北条聡子さんの件でお話が。はい。
Sensei waved us away, telling us we could leave now. Mion went to leave, but I held my ground. I had a responsibility to make sure she stopped saying such vague, ambiguous things. If it didn't look like she was going to say anything substantial, then I'd tell them the truth, even if I had to steal the phone from her.
はい。いえ、まだ相談所には。はい。まだ確認はしていませんが、クラスのこの話では相当な様子です。
相当なんてもんじゃないぞ。すぐにだ。今すぐ何とかしろ。
Okay, Keiichi, I'm gonna need you to take a step down for a
通
second.
報するならどこへだっていい。でもな、もしも様子見なんてことになってみろ。ただじゃ済まさないからだ。
Okay, Keiichi, calm down. I yelled angrily at Sensei and the principal on the other end. I wanted to somehow, some way, convey to them just how dangerous her situation was right now.
それは分かっています。ちゃんと伝えますから。委員長、前原君を連れて教室に戻りなさい。はい。行くよ、ケイちゃん。あとは先生たちに任せよ。
絶対だぞ。
Until the very last moment, I glared at Sensei. Chi-sensei was being pressured by the likes of me. Idiot, this isn't the time to feel pressured. Now's the time when you give me a firm nod that'll set my mind at ease. Even so, we've already left things in her hands. At this point, we really can't do anything but pray. Bang. Mion shut the door to the teacher's lounge. Baka. We've got 2 new tips here. Having seen how this kind of thing goes down, I am a little uncertain as to how well this is going to go down. Let's just say that. Article. Article 2, definition of child abuse. The term child abuse means the following acts committed by a custodian, meaning a person who exercises parental authority, a guardian of a minor or other person who is currently engaged in the custody of a child. Herein the same shall apply, or hereinafter. Against a child, meaning a person who is under 18 years of age. Hereinafter the same shall apply. Assault the child in a manner that will cause, or is likely to cause external injury in the body of a child. Engage in indecency against a child, or cause the child to engage in indecency. Substantially reduce the amount of food for the child, or abandon and neglect the child for a long time period in a manner that may interfere with normal development of the child mentally or physically, or otherwise materially fail to perform the duty of a custodian, or speak or behave in a manner that would be significantly traumatic to the child. Article 3, prohibition of child abuse. No person shall abuse a child. Law number Act number 82 of 2000. It's like a very basic, vague-ish definition of child abuse. Principal abusers in the case reported to the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Or in cases. Total 5,352. Mother by blood. 2,943, 55%. Mother not by blood, 3.8%. Father by blood, 27%. Father not by blood, 9.1%. Instances by type of abuse in cases reported to the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Total 5,352. Physical abuse, 51.9%. Neglect, abandonment of child, 32.3%. Psychological abuse, 8.6%. Forbidden from going to school, 1.4%. Sexual violence, 5.8%. Oh. The music got spooky right at the end there. Is that what's happening? Oh, spooky. Alright. Well, that'll be all for today. We'll see if Chi-sensei's got what it takes to get this under control, or she's just gonna wait and see like all the other adults. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time for some more Higurashi. Bye!